the chief guest tonight, our dear President of the Republic of Uganda, ably represented by our Minister for Local Government, Honorable Raphael Magezi, who is also our son-in-law here in Kasese, our beloved King, who is present with us, Your Majesty Charles Wesley Mumbere, and our Queen Mother, Your Highness, present, our State Minister for ICT and National Guidance, our brother, Kalyanga Godfrey Kime, my fellow members of Parliament present, Honorable Atkins Kapsabe, who is a member of Parliament for Konjo County West, then my brother Amot Tom Bright, who is a member of Parliament for Kiaka Central in Kegegwa, our visitor, special visitor, our Ambassador Germany to Uganda and your entourage, the clergy headed by the Bishop and the Bishop Emeritus present, our senior presidential advisor, Madame Christine Hindo, our district resident commissioners headed by our brother Walusimbi and the deputy RDCs, our district chairperson, our elder Mzee Bamsede Wambare, all Christians assembled, ladies and gentlemen, chief guest, my name is Kambale Ferigo, who is a member of Parliament for Kasese Municipality by God's grace. Why are people clapping for that? It's not easy to be a member of Parliament. So when I say by God's grace, I mean it. That guy called the Honorable Centena was not easy to defeat. It was not easy. I had to pray a lot. That's why I say by God's grace. I want to take this singular honor, chief guest, to welcome you to Kasese district, and in particular to Kasese municipality, the municipality I represent in the 11th Parliament. You are most welcome. And I also want to take this opportunity to welcome our visiting team headed by the Ambassador Germany to Uganda. You are very welcome to Kasese municipality. In a special way, I'm grateful to God that we are with our beloved King in this function. Why am I grateful to God? For many years, we have been having our functions in Kasese without him being present to us. I want to request the audience to clap, a hand clap for our beloved King being present with us. I've been told to keep time. Mine today is gratitude. I am very happy because this facility that has been commissioned is a facility in my municipality which I represent in the 11th Parliament. I am the luckiest member of Parliament in this country, I can mention that. Why lucky? Whereas other constituencies have issues of health services, me in my municipality, I'm the richest when it comes to issues of health services. And I've tipped these MPs to handle me with care. Because if you have a problem, you can come to my municipality for health services. I am a special member of Parliament. I have now St. Mary's Hospital. Now, somebody has whispered to me, although the bishop is not yet direct, that a CT scan is coming here. And now, this was something I'd kept to myself because I was telling people I have a special announcement in future, what I'm going to do here. I don't know how the bishop copied my manifesto. Is it because you are my namesake? This bishop is Gambari like me. So it seems I have been telling the Honorable Centenary that there was something I could announce in this current term of mine. The first one I announced was a TV. He used to say it is impossible. I brought it. Now the next sound announcement was a CT scan. Now I am not announcing you have copied my manifesto. Preempting my manifesto. But I thank God that I have it. I thank God that I have it because this was going to be my future plan. Yet our people need these services now.
Thank you very much.
So I'm really grateful to God, and really you are a real partner. If you can take something, me and politician will take it up. You are a good partner. I have to really believe it. So thank you very much for that. I have a request to the medical team. Today I heard you singing your anthem. You are the chosen from God. It was touching. I want to request the way it was touching should be translated into your actions. You are saving people's lives. The other time I did some inspection, you are the chief guest with the medical director and the bishop, and I was talking to the hospital medical director that you guys, you are doing God's work of saving life. And when I heard the anthem, it touched me. I want to request that what you normally sing in your anthem, translate it into action. Save the lives of our people with humility. Chief guest, one day I was in one of the medical facilities in this district. I will not mention it. There was a pregnant mother who was about to give birth. In the corridors, I had midwives talking many words. You know these pregnant mothers, when they are giving birth, sometimes they talk funny things. They even abuse their husbands. Why did you do this to me? I wish I knew. And one of the midwives said, you are saying that after that, within 3 months you will be here for the sale. That was talking the truth, but to somebody who is in pain. So I'm appealing that this medical facility, which we have commissioned, I want to appeal to the medical workers. For them, they are okay. I want only to tell you, colleagues, keep it up. Handle our health workers, our patients with that ultimate care. That is very important, and therefore I want to call upon the medical director to create what we normally refer to as a client charter. This client charter assists to define what do you need to offer to a client, within which time. You will set the timelines. If we have a patient, within how many minutes should we attend to that patient? All that one will be defined under client charter. That is in the advice I can give. Otherwise, I want to thank in a special way, I repeat, the development partners from Germany that worked hand in hand with our Bishop Kibira for this special facility. My namesake, my Bishop Kibira, thank you for being serious when you are following up something. It is not simple to follow up such a project. When I entered during my inspection, I made some valuation. What we have here is equivalent to billions of money. Since I'm not a medical person, although I'm an accountant, I could not give realistic estimates. But the general estimate was in billions. Our partners, we are very grateful. And you are now partnering with the government. For us as NRM government, we believe in working with other partners to give services to our people. And I know our minister has taken note of many things you have mentioned, and I think that is the way to go. Colleagues, thank you for coming. Once more, my brother, you are my brother because you have my name. Bishop Kambale. There when I'm talking, I say I'm Kambale, namesake to the Bishop of Assess the diocese. Don't joke with me. They listen quickly. So you are my namesake. The bishop assess the diocese Kambale and the MP is Kambale. We go. That means we can work together and we should spare development. Colleagues, thank you for coming. May God bless you. May God bless our partners. May God bless Bishop Kibira. May God bless the work of all health workers. We are proud of you. Keep it up. Please serve our patients very well. For God and my country, our Kaingo no Zimbabwe.
That is your role. And you are doing it very well so far. But you should also remember that the motto of this kingdom is Hawa Kaingunachi. I am happy that you came. At this mass, please give everything to God. Me, I have been a strugglist. I have stepped on so many people's toes. I have made so many people laugh. So many like me and so many hate me. But there is one person who has never forsaken me, God. So every time I pray or I give, I just need blessings from God. After all, even the bishop says the blessings of our Lord Jesus Christ. He doesn't say his. So let us what? Let us fight for those what? Blessings of our Lord Jesus Christ. Even if people don't thank you, you do your work. The bishop will come and say the blessings of Jesus Christ. And today has given me very many. Today, even he touched me, I said, now I'm finished. Honorable Minister, you have come, you have heard from the bishop. The rest, I have explained to you, and the bishop has talked. And he has talked tough. Very tough. But that's him. If you can't hear from him, if you don't want him, don't come near him. But he is talking the truth, and only the truth. And I know you have answers. But I want to emphasize one thing. That Dr. Wefula issue. You know, people here, I don't know why you hate others. Dr. Wefula has not got salary on a minister for 13 months. He's a man with a family. He's a man who has done diligent service for over 20 years in this district. But someone just writes a malicious letter that he refuses to go and report to claim the hospital. Can you report to a hospital where the neighbors have cut your plantation? Who of you can report there? Who of you hates his life? And then someone writes to IGG, this one has absconded from duty. Dr. Wefula was ready to go to claim the hospital. If the environment was what? Conducive for him. So he remained serving his people in a conducive environment. This is a hospital, St. Mary's Hospital. It has even received PHC from government. And Wefula was saving lives. So, if you want to punish Wefula for saving lives, I don't care. But I will pray to God that he doesn't save yours. So that you can know that Wefula is what? Important. Bishop, I'm sorry. Because a man cannot serve and you deny him his what? His salary. And he's saving your life. Why can't I pray that he doesn't save yours? You who is malicing him, writing wrong reports. When you give wrong information to Solicitor General, he also gives you wrong what? Legal opinion. I would like you, Honorable Minister, that's one thing I really want you to assist me with so that we can sort out these issues. Let me stop here. But before I invite the guest of honor, I have another boss of mine. You know, now we are teaching you protocol of government. You know, I'm in charge of national guidance. And I've seen people messing up with protocol of what? Of government. An MP talks, say a minister talks, then they say, oh, LOC file has finished talking. Then they say, PA to the minister come and talk. A PA is not a what? A minister. A PA is a PA. Actually, he should even talk before the chairman LOC 1. Yes, the PA of a minister should even talk before the chairman what? LOC 1. But before that, let me introduce some people who will go forgot because they can get annoyed. Kasese, Lieutenant Joy Walusi Mbinungo. We have the Deputy RDC Kasese, Mr. Mubingwa Zefanas. We have Deputy RDC, this is Deputy RDC Musongora, Deputy RDC Bukonzo, Lieutenant Magwara. We have the cow, Mr. Elias Biamungu. We have the Deputy Town Clerk who is standing in for Town Clerk, Mr. Zedekia Kairi. That face I'm not seeing very well. We have the Medical Officer of Health, DMO, DHO, Bagonza. We have the chairman, that must be my brother Timaku. Yes, that one is the chairman of Nyamwamba. Hey, my brother, hey, you have put on weight. You're eating well. My brother Martin of Central Division. Then I have my brother Mapoze of Mbondweru Viria Town Council. But let me also introduce Honorable Centenary, former MP of the municipality. I think he has just stepped out. He's there on phone. Then we have Kaguo, Mary, Chiwater. They contested and they lost like me. I think we have Museva Muse, the elder. The very humble man who is always in a tie and a suit. I want to grow up like that. Then we have Colonel Robert Mugabe. I think he's here seated somewhere. You can see how UPDF soldiers are humble. It's just there seated behind there and comfortable. Then we have our presidential advisor. It was intentional to introduce her last, Madame Christine Muhendo, in charge of Rwenzoris region. Yeah, so you know, for us politicians, if we are not introduced on functions, it is a sacrilege. You have committed a big crime. You who was introducing. I think then we have a presidential advisor, right Reverend retired Bishop Masereka. He was introduced among the clergy, but now he serves both Kaisare and God. He's serving both Caesar and God. That's why you have peace here. He's balancing us. Those of Kaisare go. Those of God go to him and he balances. Let me now take this opportunity to invite His Excellency the Ambassador to address the people, then I'll come back to invite the guests of honor. I thank you very much.
Dear Mr. President, Your Honesty, Your Majesty, and Your Royal Highness, honorable guests from far and near, we heard in the speech of the Honorable Minister that Kasese is going to be a center of excellence of medicine. That is very nice for us to hear. We made a little head start already with building this little hospital, but I heard there will be many hospitals in the area. I'm here to tell you about our involvement in this. There was a lot of discussion or mentioning of God's guidance already, and that remembers me of something that of some events that happened to us when we approached this big project here. My wife and I we were in this region the first time 10 years ago with our tourist guide, Alan, who is also the project manager of our partner organization. And we went up the river to see the Killenmo mines location and saw also the mines and saw also the houses at the side of the street that were destroyed already, and the hospital, which was really in a dangerous position. Okay, we kept that in mind, but at that time we had no project here. 1 year later, in 2014, our Honorable Bishop Francis, came here and became Bishop of Kasese, and that changed the things for us, because he is also the chairman of our partner organization here in Uganda, which is Torudes, and he is also for a long time the spiritual leader of many people in our area. So if you don't do well with him, we take him away from you and take him back to Germany, because this is his second home. Always remember this. Huh? So now he was here, and he had already the idea of building a hospital. Yeah, we were not really decided yet. The years after, our association, which is a private organization, it's not a government organization. We have about 300 members in Germany, rich and poor, just ordinary people, and nobody is getting any pay from this organization. We are all volunteers. So during the years after, we built already 2 health facilities here in Uganda. One was a level 4 hospital in the area of Mubende, which is called Koki, this location, and my friends from Koki, the management team, is here today, which is Godfrey and Tony and Father Robert. I don't know where they are, but they are somewhere here, so they are very important people to us. A couple of years later, we built another health facility in location Rwenzoris, which is a level 3 facility, cooperating closely with the Kagongo Hospital. So mentioning this, I mean, we had the idea, we had Bishop Francis Aquilinos here in this area, and we had the experience to build hospitals, which we built up over the years. So, and then when in 2020, the big floods came and destroyed the Killenmo Mines Hospital, we started our project. And we thought, how do we do this now? We made our first calculations and came up with a number of about 5 billion Uganda shilling. That is very much money. It's a lot of money for a small private organization. Too much money for a small private organization. And we thought, how much can we contribute? And we thought, okay, maybe 20% of this, maybe we can raise ourselves. And then we started. So in the past years, in the past 15 years or so, we had done projects which were supported by the German government. This is a wonderful thing that the German government is doing, because it supports also private organizations with their initiatives in these countries. So a project of this size is way too big for a private organization, and the German government said, okay, you may go ahead, but you have to prove that this is a viable project, so you have to make a feasibility study. And all the year 2020 and 21, we did this feasibility study to demonstrate and prove to the government that this is a viable project. And the bishop has talked about this famous day in July, 1 year later, in July 21, when the government had decided and gave us permission to go ahead. You can do this, we will support your project. Wonderful. So on the 1st of September, we started digging. Not we, but our partners here, the local partners. So the construction site was opened on the 1st of September, and from there we went on. The project was not easy to do, because several things happened at that time. First, surprisingly, the value of the euro dropped against the Uganda shilling by almost 10 to 15% that time. So we lost 15% of our capital already just by transferring it in the banks. And then Russia started the war on Ukraine. That meant that the energy prices went up all over the world, And the cement prices and everything that has to do with energy, cement, bricks, plastics, cables, everything has to do with this, the prices went up. So 1 year later we were faced with a situation that we had to rebudget. We had to make an additional financing for this additional cost. And went back to the German government and they said, okay, go ahead, you have good reasons, we will support you also with this one. So an additional amendment was made and we could continue building. And I can only say we have never worked with a team that is so efficient and well, like these construction teams under the guidance of Celestine. This team has done an excellent job here. You know, they made it on time and they made it in the budget. One thing I'd also like to mention is that almost all the building materials were fabricated here in Kasese. The windows, the doors, of course, the labor, everything came from the Kasese area. So that was a big project also for creating good opportunity labor jobs here in this area. And I have to thank every member of the construction crew under the guidance of Celestine and Ben and the whole project team did a marvelous job. And I want to thank from everybody, from the production manager down to those people that do the field work here. They have all done an excellent job and they will remember it for their lifetime. Okay, we are at the end of the project now. We have sent 9 transfers of money, adding up to about 5.7 billion UGS up to this point. And there is one final transfer to make, and this has a special dedication. And at this time I would like to ask our dear ambassador, Mr. Schauer, to come here. He is representing the German government, which has really backed up in this wonderful project, and he is doing officially the final transfer of this marvelous project.
Since I'm somebody who doesn't like to annoy people when it's not necessary, allow me not to try to mention all the people that deserve to be mentioned, but just to stand on the protocol that my previous speakers have so eloquently established. I like coming to Kasese. It's my 4th time. I think it's loud enough. Thank you. It's my 4th time, and it brings back very nice memories of when I was able to do some trekking in the Rwenzoris 2.5 years ago. Memories that will stay with me forever. Now, thank you for inviting me to this event, for commissioning this very new and soon fully equipped hospital. I believe it will make a huge difference in the lives of very many people in the region. In the Bible, we read that our body is a temple and that we are called to take good care of it. But even if you try to do that by eating sensibly, by exercising, sometimes health will fail you, and that's where medical care comes in. The chance to receive the necessary medical treatment can be life-changing. It can be what you need to continue living your life. Sometimes it's short-term help, sometimes it takes much longer. Mount St. Mary's Hospital, I believe, will make a huge contribution to helping many people to a brighter future. I am very happy to see that the hospital covers a broad spectrum, but also has a strong focus on rehabilitation of accident victims. In Uganda, unfortunately, the treatment of physical disabilities remains rather limited. This is often frustrating because many disabilities are actually quite easy to treat, or at least to improve the condition. Yet, unfortunately, the medical infrastructure on one hand and the financial resources required from the patients on the other hand are often lacking in Uganda. And when it comes to rehabilitation, this does not just affect a small group of people. I hear that about 12% of the Ugandan population live with some disability or other. I'm also happy to see that the hospital plans to run a workshop to produce assistive devices, including prostheses and orthoses. These devices will help people to gain a higher degree of mobility, and that means reintegration into society and into the working life, regaining the ability to care for yourself and for your family. On the brochure that was available here, I read at the bottom of the front page, holistic healing. And that's something I find very appealing because it's a very complex process. His Excellency the Bishop said, "We treat, Jesus heals." When I was a few years ago in Moroto, I visited the Matani Hospital, which is run by also a Christian order, the Komboni brothers, and their motto is quite similar. It says, "God heals, we dress the wound." So I like this approach that we, with all the medical science at our disposal, are not God. We do not decide, but we do what we can in humility and trust that God will do the rest. When I walked into the hospital for the commissioning, I saw these two beautiful marble plates next to the front door. My humble request would be that you enlarge one of them or add one more to point out what has been said several times, that the main financing comes from the German taxpayer's pocket. Let me conclude by thanking everybody involved, the staff, the management, the board, the assembly, for all their valuable contributions, and by wishing Mount St. Mary Hospital all the best for its continuous efforts in offering adults and children access to proper medical and rehabilitative care. May you continue to be blessed abundantly in your work. Thank you very much. Mwasinja Kusibu.
Good to see you. I'm so happy to be in your presence here back home. My Lord Bishop and all the bishops emeritus present and the clergy, my dear brother, the Honorable Minister and Honorable Members of Parliament. Honorable Minister, allow me to advise the people here, stop calling you our area minister. He's a minister for the whole of Uganda. He's a national minister. But I like him and I'm happy that he's here doing his work. All the important guests present, in particular, Your Excellency the Ambassador, for being with us today, and I'm happy to be with you. Masinje liasa, masinje kusibu. Masinje lihambira, elitambiriro. Some of you are calling it Eli hospital. Hospital is not Rukonjo. It's where we tambira people. Elitambiriro. I'm really happy to be here, and I want to give credit and thanks to His Excellency the President for entrusting me with an enormous and pleasant duty to come and preside over this function. As you heard from Honorable Kabyanga, I actually got the message to be here last night at midnight. And the directive of the President is never late. When it comes, your duty as a minister is to say, thank you, Your Excellency, I will go. So I didn't have the privilege to get a written speech, but I took notes. And he was instructing me on what to do and what to say. But before I deliver the message of His Excellency the President, allow me, as a son of the soil, because I come from Igara, in Chamuhunga, Komboni Hospital, just a few meters away from Komboni Hospital. But my second home is in Kasese, where Nyabugando. For the last 30 years. That's why I got the most beautiful lady in the whole country. Of course, apart from Mama Nyabo, you can't be more beautiful than the Queen. So, just on my own behalf, I have two things to say. First of all, congratulate you, the people of Kasese, on having such a beautiful hospital. I've had the opportunity to visit the hospital, every ward, every corner, and I want to confirm one or two things. One, you people, you are privileged to have Bishop Kivira in your midst. And I've been asking him whether he did any course in medicine, because I didn't want to make a mistake. He could be Dr. Kivira, Dr. Reverend Father. He knows the hospital from A to Z. He must be the chief architect, the chief planner of that hospital. And he knows the plan ahead in terms of what else do we have to put. I join you, the people of Kasese, to thank our bishop. Thanks for the good job done. Secondly, I noted the hospital has perhaps the smartest and cleanest staff I've seen in terms of hospital staff. Let me request you to stand up where you are. The staff of the hospital. I'm giving you a clap myself. And do you have a matron there in that hospital?
Yes, stand up.
A sister. Sister, before I leave, I want to be sure that they feel that there was a minister here. I'll give you 1 million shillings to buy them a kilo of meat. Thank you for having such committed, neat, respectful, and happy staff. Human resource is at the heart of service delivery. And I have no doubt that they will deliver. Thirdly, I noted that your hospital is one of the most modern and most clean hospitals I've seen, with provision for everything there. The mothers, the children, the outpatients and inpatients. It's a unique hospital. I saw the lab and the technicians were there, and I saw the equipment there. And I want to advise the local government leaders, let's take use of this hospital. That lab can actually help us. We, the health center 3s, 2s, 4s, in terms of diagnosis, they have the expertise we do not have. Let's make use of this hospital in our midst. I just want to advise on that, in addition to what you've heard from others, because I was looking around. I was looking for a hospital charter. I was looking for a code of conduct. What does this hospital commit itself to do in terms of me, a patient coming in? print it and put it everywhere so that we don't just have beautiful structures, but we have sufficient and the best services here. Of course, on a selfish note, we've been having very many patients in Komboni Hospital from here, Kasese. And I was privileged, Dr. Sam, you know it, I was a member of the Uganda Catholic Medical Bureau, representing Komboni Hospital as a member of the board. So the more you strengthen your hospital here, the less patients we may have back home in Komboni, but that is service. We want to have the best service here. I said I had 2 points on my own. The second one, again I want to thank my Lord, the Bishop, for a particular reason. You've told me Bishop is Kambari, and I had Ferigorso boasting being a Kambari. Sounds a precious name. We are two brothers who are 3 and 4 others left, so we are 2. And I'm the second. I think I can become Kambari Majesi from here. But I really wanted to appreciate him for a good reason. Somewhere in 2020, I visited this place as a minister in charge of local government. And I had an interface with religious leaders and elders in Kasese around Orokochi there. I want to give this testimony that I will allow me to say it. That in his guidance to me, the bishop gave me a message to take to His Excellency the President about the Omusinga. I requested His Excellency to give me permission. I actually am one of the few government officials who had the opportunity to visit him at will. And I got the message, added to what I got from my Lord, and I took that message to His Excellency the President. I'm glad to see that Omusinga is back home on the soil. Thank you, my Lord, for that vision, for continuing to guide us. Even we as political leaders, we need your guidance, the religious heads. Allow me now to give you a 6-point message from His Excellency the President. Point number 1, I bring you greetings from Muzei. I told you I don't have a written speech, so I'm using a reported speech. Muzei said I should deliver his warm greetings to you, my Lord, and to the people of Kasese. He loves you. He thanks you for inviting him to this occasion. As you heard the minister explain, it's because of other state duties. But the president was supposed to be here today. To the extent that it's only at midnight last night that he said, let me send this other person. So take it from me that in terms of what I'm here to do, that's what he instructed me to do. By the authority entrusted to me by His Excellency the President, today he has officially opened your hospital. His Excellency received the letter you sent to him, my Lord Bishop, about the 11 children who survived the ADF attack and who are under your custody and care. And instructed me to tell you, government will cater for the education of those 11 children through you. Point number 2, His Excellency the President requested me to thank you, my Lord Bishop, for the effort you have put in service delivery in this area, not only here. It seems he knows well where you passed. I respect my president, our president. By the time he says, I'm sending you somewhere, he has done his investigation. He told me, you have provided health services wherever you have been, including in your home district. Is it Ivanda? Chitagwenda? That you constructed a health center there. And it seems you did the same in Kakumiru. And now you've done the same here. The president says, thank you so much. He's also thanking, number 3, the president expresses his deep thanks to the German government through Your Excellency the Ambassador for the support you've given to us here in Kasese and in other areas. We thank you so much. Please deliver that message of appreciation by the President to your government and also to the Uganda-German partnership. There is a group called Together, which spearheads that partnership with the support of our dear brother, the Right Reverend Father Chivira, Dr. Chivira. Thank you so much to the people who have supported this project. We shall make good use of it. Number 4, His Excellency the President, while talking to me, stressed the role of the church and the role of government in the delivery of services, in particular health services. The President actually started by asking, by the way, your other name is Rafael. I said, yes, Your Excellency. What does it mean? Of course, by asking you, you know that he already knows. He's just testing you to know whether you know who you are. I said, Your Excellency, it means it's God who heals. So we build the hospital. We provide the medical service and care. But at the end of the day, it is God who does what? It is God who heals. And the healing mission of the church originates from the work done by Jesus Christ in healing the sick, in giving life to Lazarus, in making the blind see, and so on. It is a direct instruction. So we thank the church for fulfilling this mandate. The President is reminding us that we need to work together. The church and the government meaning the ordinary Uganda, and we the leaders, must work together, not just in terms of the hospital, but generally the service called health care and health service. And the President stressed a number of strategic areas we need to emphasize when we talk about health. It's not possible, number 1, to talk about health unless you talk about hygiene and sanitation. You can keep going to the hospital as many times as you like, but the best way is prevention. And the care, the way to make sure that we are healthy is to make sure that we observe sanitation and hygiene. And you reminded me, you are the minister in charge of local government. Remind your people, I'm talking about your worship, the mayor, the councillors, the district chairman, the staff of local government. It is our responsibility to ensure healthy neighborhood in terms of sanitation and hygiene. We shall not be proud that there are very many people going to hospital. That cannot be the parameter of success. The fewer who go to hospital, if indeed it means that people are healthy, the better. But also the parents must make sure that in our homes we observe hygiene and sanitation. They go together. Secondly, His Excellency pointed out the relationship between health and environment. Colleagues, you see what the heavy rains are doing. And after the heavy rains, we'll have heavy sunshine. So we must take forward and seriously and critically the directive of His Excellency the President to stop charcoal burning and the call on the church to lead this fight, the fight to protect our environment, not just for ourselves, but for the future generations. It is a planet we inherit for those who are us. So let's protect the environment if we are going to make sure that this hospital makes sense in terms of making the people of Kasese and the neighborhood healthy. Third, His Excellency the President pointed out the importance of security. You cannot be healthy if you are not secure and peaceful. Actually, my Lord, some of the health problems and challenges are inherited or they are outcomes of insecurity, especially in the homes. A home characterized by domestic violence, fights, hatred, psychological torture will result in a population which is unhealthy. Therefore, we must make sure that we protect ourselves. And the President assures this country, government will protect the citizens of this country. Government will even go a step ahead to protect the neighborhood, including DRC, Somalia, South Sudan, and other areas. But essentially, security is each one's mandate. Let's protect ourselves and keep ourselves peaceful and secure, because it is part and parcel, it is directly correlated with health. His Excellency the President pointed out the relationship between good health and household incomes. Poverty is one key cause of bad health or poor health. The government is providing 100 million shillings per parish, per ward, to address this problem. Plus other programs like Emyoga, women empowerment, the youth livelihood, seedlings distribution, and so on. And as the person in charge of local government, I re-echo the concern of His Excellency the President. The PDM money, the Parish Development Model money, is supposed to help the households which are in subsistence. Subsistence means you are living from hand to mouth. You simply earning to live, to survive. So when you plant cassava, it is simply to feed your home. You do not have a surplus to take to the market to get some money. And that is our objective. And that money cannot be benefited by Raphael Majeze minister. It would be a shame. It cannot be for somebody who is owning 2 petrol stations in Kasese city, Kasese municipality. Of course, I hope it will attain city status sometime in the future. It's my desire. It cannot be accessed by somebody who is on a government payroll, like the chief administrative officer. This is money, not for drunkos who get money and they get worse. It's for somebody who needs support, an injection by government, so that even on 1 acre of land, you can produce enough for food and for income for your household. because food is part and parcel of health. Some of the mobility cases are because of nutrition challenges and income challenges. So the call is, let's use these opportunities of government to enhance household incomes. My Lord, the President makes a call on you, and the church spearheads this in terms of the message, and as you amplified the role of the church in terms of evangelism, education, health. The fourth was socio-economic development. Of course, we have government support. I'm coming to point number 5. The President was reminding me of what government is giving and will give to the private and not-for-profit medical units like this one. First, the government is giving primary health care fund or grant. And this year, this hospital is budgeted to have 282 million shillings. That money is meant to reduce on costs of service. And I want to not to request, not to appeal, but to direct the accounting officer. That money is not supposed to remain on your account even an extra day. Pass it on to the beneficiary health units. Secondly, the government gives supplementary medicines, supplementary in terms of drugs which we give through the joint medical stores. We are aware that you have other costs. We cannot provide everything to non-governmental institutions. Therefore, it's our expectation that you charge subsidized fees, since government is giving you this support in terms of medical supplies. This should be going a long way to help the patients coming to our hospitals. Thirdly, government supports the hospitals with specialized staff. Where you need a specialized service by a staff, government is ready to second its government public officers to you here in the hospital. Lastly, we do support infrastructure that is necessary for service delivery. I'm talking of infrastructure like roads, like water, and others. The chairman of the district and the mayor of this municipality should be aware that this financial year, the President directed us, and we have implemented it, to give each of you, each unit, 1 billion shillings, in addition to what you were getting. This one is particularly for road maintenance. And I want to ensure that you worship the mayor and your engineers and the town clerk of this municipality. The roads around this hospital should be maintained in good condition. And the bishop's house, and the king's palace. This is our commitment as government. And I was concerned when I heard that even maintaining and grading this road was done by the district. Why should it have been the district? We gave Kasese municipality the equal amount of money, 1 billion shillings. And you should account to your people what that money does. This is in addition to what you were getting the previous years for roads. So we'll continue making sure that we serve you, because the work being done by the hospital is actually government work. Let me repeat this one, that the patients whom you are treating in the hospital, Mount St. Mary's Hospital, it is our responsibility as government to make sure that the people of Uganda are healthy. You are helping the government because the people are the people of God and the people of government. So why should we not partner with you? Why should we not support you when you have put up such a good facility? Therefore, number 6 and final. On the issue of Dr. Wafula, that's not the president, that is now me interfering with the president's speech. But he gave me authority to come here. So I must say something that I know that is positive for the government and the people of Uganda. I've discussed this with the accounting officer, the district chief administrative officer. Actually, Dr. Wafula is one of the best, one of the most highly professional Ugandans we have. So we do not just respect him, we must hold on to him. He would be easy to take to any other country. I can tell you, if we think we don't need him, just give him 1 week, he will be away. So all steps might be taken by you, Mr. Chief Administrative. Let me see you standing, sir, so that people know whom I'm instructing. I'm giving you exactly 2 weeks to take the necessary steps to make sure that the status of Dr. Wafula is reinstated. And I will report that one to His Excellency the President and the Minister of Health. I've just been talking to her here, Dr. Jane Achen, and she was equally surprised. Such a medical resource being tossed up and down simply because he's working with a Catholic church, a Catholic hospital. The hospital is serving, does the hospital only serve Catholics? Does the hospital only serve the people of Kasese? Does the mayor also get service here? So what's wrong with us? What's wrong with our thinking? And finally, His Excellency the President directed me to ensure that at the fastest rate, we're going to procure a new ambulance for the hospital. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you, my Lord. God bless you, our King and our Queen. God bless the people of Kasese. God bless His Excellency the President. God bless Uganda. Thank you so much. Be blessed.